Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentle weebs? And I come to you today with another confession. And I know it's been a lot of confessions lately. I've been fucking up, right? But this is gonna be the last one. I swear it. Because this one, it's bad. It's real bad. I've been taking over. Brain rotted, as the kids say. And I really just thought I had a mental that could just kind of always bypass that. I never thought that would happen to me. But I didn't know there was something out there that was so strong. I didn't know that there was one thing that had just held so much power that it could destroy that barrier I hold around my brain. And you're probably thinking, what was that one thing, KJ? What was it? Let me tell you guys about a little company called HoYoverse. Now, I was always destined to fall in the HoYoverse trap. It started back in 2022 when they announced their upcoming game, Zenless Zone Zero, or ZZZ as I will be calling it in this video. And in their announcement video, they showed off their poster girl, Nicole Damara. And if you know me, you know pink haired girls are basically my weakness. But at the time, I'd never played a gacha before. So I told myself ZZZ would be my first. I signed up for the pre registration and I was ready for the holy day. But while this was my first, my friends, they were long gone. They were deep in gacha hell. And then to make matters worse, in 2023, HoYoverse dropped Honkai Star Rail, or HSR as we'll be calling it in this video. And as a Persona fan myself, I love me a turn-based game, right? I see a turn-based game, I go yippee. But for this one, I told myself, no, it's a gacha. My first gacha has to be ZZZ. I wasn't interested. Kept saying, no, I won't play it. Until my friend showed me Kafka. And you may have heard me say that and instantly went, oh, he's a simp. No, no, hear me out. That ultimate, when the game first released, that ultimate was just beautiful. I thought it was the most beautiful thing. Just a boom, like, come on. All right, it was great. So off the ultimate alone, that was how my gacha journey began. I dived in the Star Rail. I made it all the way to the start of the Xianzhou, and I was hooked. I was enjoying myself. But there was one problem. All I wanted was Kafka. All I was getting? I got a Branya. I got a couple of light cones. So now all I had was questions. Why am I getting Branya on Kafka's banner? Am I just unlucky? Do I not have the luck to get Kafka? What are these things called light cones? Why am I getting so many of them? You know, what do they even do? And yes, these are all questions that could have been answered very easily by just popping into Google, maybe asking any of my friends that played the game. They could have easily answered that for me, but no, this was my first gacha. This is something I wanted to do myself, something I wanted to go through alone. So when Kafka's banner disappeared, and the only thing I had to show for it was a Bronya and a couple of light cones, I did what any reasonable man would. I quit the game. And that takes us to a few months later, because around that time that I quit the game, what would you know it? ZZZ officially launched. In this time, I was able to actually learn the basics. The standard character banner, the weapon banner, the limited character banner, in ZZZ's case, the Bangbu banner, right? It turns out every gacha has this formula in some way, right? They all spin off this in some way. And then suddenly, everything in Honkai Star Rail began to click for me, right? Okay, Kafka was a limited banner. These light cones that I were getting, it's that game's versions of weapons, right? In me, I had just been unlucky, right? I must have pulled for someone very early on. When Kafka came, I lost my 50-50. That's what happens. And then once I understood the basics, I realized something. Gacha games are fun. Predatory on my wallet, absolutely, very much so, but fun nonetheless. And then that's when I got to get into my third gacha, Wuthering Waves. Now this one my friends wouldn't shut up about. I was getting enticed to everyone just wanted me to play this one for some reason, right? It had the KJ formula, as I like to call it. Beautiful women, beautiful gameplay, beautiful ultimates, right? That's really all I need for me to be able to play a gacha game. It had the KJ formula. But see, Wuwa, I was able to kind of resist for a little bit. I had ZZZ. I was a tourist of Honkai now. I was kind of popping in and out of Star Rail every now and then. So I just had so much going on, I didn't need a third gacha. Until Zani appeared. And it was as if the Fire Nation had attacked. And yes, you're probably noticing a pattern. This video is just me telling you that every time a gacha game has dropped a beautiful woman, I have gone to go play that gacha game. Yes, that is the pattern here. But also, Wuwa taught me something that the others didn't, alright? They taught me how stats work. Their ecosystem. That forced me to pay attention. You see, because before, like, I knew what echoes, artifacts, drive disc, relics, whatever you want to call them. I knew what they were, right? But I didn't exactly know what they were. You know, I was throwing, I saw attack, I was throwing it on there. I know that character wants attack, right? I want to be able to attack things and be able to do damage, right? That piece says attack, throw that piece on. I didn't know the difference of attack percentage and flat attack, and how you don't want flat attack most of the time. You usually want attack percentage so that it scales higher. Or why certain characters scale on different stats. This character may scale off defense and you don't even want their attack to be that high. You want their defense to be higher. Like these are all things that I never knew. And that's why I'm making this video, because hopefully there's someone out there like me who also just didn't know this stuff, you know? But yeah, Wuwa made me care, basically. And then once I got it, it was like everything just clicked, you know? And from there, the formula is simple. You play patch by patch, you stay up to date, you build your characters, you do the in-game content, and that's it. That's your gacha game formula, basically. That is being in the gacha cube, the cube for your mind. It's a bad cube, but it's a fun time nevertheless. And the great thing is, building your character is actually even easier now in most games, because now most games have in-game guides, which I wish that, like, if Honkai had that off the start, I probably wouldn't have ever had this dilemma. Which also means I would have never had a video to make. So, boom. Sometimes you gotta take the best of both worlds. But yes, guys, welcome to the Gacha Cube. This is how my gacha journey began. And I could get into how technically I played Genshin back in 2016, but I just thought I was playing an RPG. I didn't know I was doing any gacha stuff. But yeah, that's a story for another time. For now, I just had to confess, and I'm satisfied that I was able to confess about how HoYoverse and Kuro Games have trapped me inside their little gacha cube. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to escape. I'm pretty sure I like it here. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little gacha journey story. I really just had to make this video because I haven't been making videos because I've been absorbed in Ampho. I've been at Septimont. We've been at the temple with Shifu in the spooky shack. There's been a lot going on, so that's why I haven't been making the videos I want to make. I've been procrastinating a little bit too much. So I thought, why not just make a video about how I've been procrastinating? And to hopefully, if anyone's new to gacha games, hopefully you learn a little bit from this too, you know? I didn't know all this stuff until last year, or some of it a few months ago, you know? So I'm still learning things in my gacha journey. It really has only just begun, which is terrifying. Not gonna lie, it's actually terrifying, but it's fun nevertheless. But yeah, if you guys ever want to see some more gacha content like this, I could always make it. Maybe that's what I should do since I'm on these games 24/7. Maybe we'll start streaming them, making videos and whatnot. I don't know if I'll be posting them on this channel though, or on the other channel. So if you want to see them on this channel, let me know in the comments. If you want to see just gameplay, we can talk about some story. I can make a video just like this, just going over some story parts, because Ampho is crazy. Septimont is also crazy. Ampho is really just, if you play Impact the Third, you know about the Flame Chasers. That's what I love about Ampho. But Septimont, cool. I like Septimont a fucking lot. I love what's going on in ZZZ as well with Shifu and Alice and whatnot. It's been fun. Gacha games are real fun right now, man. And it's a good time to be around. But yeah, that's it from me. Recaps will be back as normal. I promise. That will be the next video. So yeah, see you guys later.